Okay, now you know how to manage the panels, tools, workspace, so on. So let's begin with some basic drawing steps. So you're gonna learn how to draw some shapes like these with Illustrator basic tools. Before you start drawing, you must understand the algorithm of some basic drawing tools. Based on that, in this lecture, let's try to understand functionality of pen tool, curvature pen tool, and shape tools. Okay, let's start with a new document, and so tap Ctrl or Command N, or you can choose File, New. Then from here, you can pick the style of the document like mobile, web, print, so on. Throughout this course, I am going to seriously discuss about print related stuff, so better to choose print option. Then later on we can easily convert any artworks into the mobile, web, film and video, art and Illustrator, document modes. So always better to start design with print option. Then from here you can pick the document size, so let me pick A4. And from here you can type a new name for your document. So let's type my first AI doc. And from this menu you can define the unit of measurement like inches, millimeter, centimeter, so on. I always prefer to use millimeters, so let me pick it. And from here you can customize the document width and height if you wanna create custom size document. So you can just type the values inside these boxes. And this option is define the orientation of the document. Let's activate landscape, and from here you can decide how many document you want to create. For example, if you type here 2, you will see 2 documents in your screen. So let me keep 2 here. And I'll discuss about this bleed option when moved to the intermediate section of Illustrator lessons. And if you toggle to the advanced option, you can define the color mode, whether it to be CMYK or RGB. So let's make sure always it's CMYK, and later on I'll explain what is these color modes through my color theory lessons. And also make sure resolution is 300 dpi and preview mode is default, and click create button. Right, now you can see guys 2 artboards in the document window, as I typed number 2 in the number of artboard option in the new document window. Now I can zoom in the document. If I scroll up the mouse wheel with hold Alt or Option key, or I can zoom out the document if I scroll down the mouse wheel with hold Alt or Option key. Also, if I tap and hold the space bar, you can see mouse pointer is changed to hand tool. Now if I drag, I can pan the document here and there. Fine. Now if I pick this artboard tool, I can select and arrange the artboards in different places in the document window. Also, I can change the size of the artboard by dragging these handles. And if I hold the shift key while dragging, I can maintain the height and width ratio of the document. Let's say if I want to make a duplicate of this artboard, then hold the Alt key or Option key and then drag the artboard, then release the mouse button first and then release Alt key. So likewise, I can add more artboards in the window as I want. If you want to delete artboards, then select the artboard and tap delete key. Right. Also from this option bar, you can customize the artboard furthermore. So you can pick a different size from this menu, and You can change the orientation from here, and if you click this new button, you can create another artboard size with the same preferences. Then if you tap delete button, you can delete the document. Okay, and from here you can change the artboard name as well. So if I change, you can see here it's changed. And guys, also later on I'll discuss these options here. For the time being, this is pretty much enough. Now if you click this selection tool, you can activate the artboard on the screen. Okay, now we are ready with our document. Before begin to draw, there are a few more things you must consider. So let's toggle to the view menu and then make sure smart guide option turn on here, and then tap this arrow to go more down and make sure snap to point option is turned on here. If you can see a right mark, then it's already turned on. And then tap Ctrl or Command R to indicate the ruler in your screen. So this is the horizontal ruler and this one is vertical ruler. Currently the zero values of the horizontal and vertical rulers indicating the start point of the document edge. So if I drag a guide from horizontal and vertical rulers and snap them with the document edges, then you can easily verify that the document edge is starts from these zero values. And ruler is indicating the measurement in millimeter, as I picked millimeter from the new document dialog box at the time of creating the document. If I want, I can change ruler units if I right click on the ruler, and then from here I can change the units. And also these are called guides and they helps you to better content alignments in your document. Also with the selection tool, I can move the guides here and there. Let's say if I want to add more guides, I can double click the horizontal or vertical ruler to add horizontal or vertical guides. Also, I can drag guides from the rulers like this. If I want to hide guides from the document, let's tap Ctrl or Command semicolon. So you can see guides are clear. Or if I tap again Ctrl or Command semicolon, it's displayed again on the document. If I tap Ctrl Alt semicolon or Command Option semicolon, I can lock the guides. So guys, now I cannot select or move them. To unlock it, let's tap again Ctrl Alt semicolon or Command Option semicolon. If I want to clear the guides, I can select them and tap delete key, or I can select all of them together and tap delete key. Or from view menu, if I toggle to the guides, then I can clear all guides if I choose clear guides option. Okay, now let's get some training to familiar with pen tool and curvature pen tool. So imagine that I want to draw a shape something like this, and let's click this tool to set fill and stroke color to default mode. So let me zoom the document a little bit. Now with the pen tool, let's start to draw a shape. So click to add the first anchor point, and guys, this is what called anchor point. And then continue to add more anchors to connect straight lines like I am doing here. In another word, we can call these lines as paths or strokes. Also, you can scroll up or scroll down with hold the Alt or Option key to zoom in and zoom out the document while you're drawing, and also If you tap and hold space bar, you can pan the document, right? Okay, so let me continue to add anchors. And let's say if I tap Control or Command Z, I can undo the last segment and I can continue to add anchors until I get the satisfactory shape. Now if I click on the start anchor point, I can close the segment and it's converted into complete object or shape. There we go. Now let's try to convert these lines into the smooth curves. To do that, right click the pen tool and pick anchor point tool, or guys you can tap Shift C key to activate the anchor point tool. Then drag from this anchor to convert the line into the smooth curves. So these are called anchor point handles. Now if I drag this handle, I can reshape the curviness of this line. If I want to readjust this line, then tap A key to activate the direct selection tool, or you can pick direct selection tool from here. Then select this anchor point and drag this handle to readjust the line. Now I have to convert these lines to curves. So again, with the anchor point tool, let's drag these anchors to convert them to curves. Okay, now with the direct selection tool, I can position in the anchors to reshape the segments. And also I can use these handles to adjust the curves. But guys, you can see while I am dragging these handles, these both lines are adjusting together. So if I only want to adjust this line, then tap and hold Alt or Option key and just drag this handle and then release the Alt or Option key to lock reshaping both lines belongs to these anchor points together. Now I can adjust these lines individually. Okay, so likewise do the same action for other anchors also if you want to adjust individual segments. Right, now let's try to make the shape like this by adjusting the lines following the same steps. Now let's try to draw the same element with curvature tool. This tool is introduced by Adobe company in Adobe latest version as an advanced version of the pen tool. So this tool will not be available in all the version of Adobe Illustrator. Okay, let's pick the curvature tool and zoom into the document a little bit, and let's continue to add anchors like this. So guys, you can see lines are automatically curving between the anchors. If I tap Ctrl or Command Z, I can undo the segments. and also I can zoom in and zoom out the document, as well as I can pan the document while drawing like we did in the pen tool. Okay, so let's try to make this shape. Now, as I want to draw a segment like this, if I try to do that, it's not allowing me. So what I'm doing is tap and hold Alt or Option key and click the last anchor point, and then I can continue to add anchors. There we go. Now with the direct selection tool, I can readjust the curves furthermore if I want. Let's say if I want to smoothen the curviness furthermore, toggle to this three dot icon, and then from option menu, let's open the advanced tools. Then you can right tap the pencil tool and pick smooth tool, and then I can paint over the lines to smoothen the segment furthermore. There we go. Imagine if you want to draw straight horizontal or vertical lines with the pen tool, then tap and hold Shift key and add anchors to create straight lines. Also with the pen tool, if I click on the path, I can add more anchors. And then with the direct selection tool, I can reposition in the anchors. Also, I can use the anchor point tool for build custom curves. Right. As well as guys, with the pen tool, if I click the anchors, current anchors, I can delete them. Right. Okay, so before end up this lecture, let me show you why I asked you to turn on smart guides in view menu. Now with the selection tool, if I hover on paths, it's indicating paths in pink color text. If I pointing on an anchor, then it's indicating anchor. Also with the pen tool, let's say if I want to draw a line exactly across the middle of the box, then if I roughly point over the center part of this segment, smart guide is identify exact center point of the rectangle and it's indicating intersects. Then I can draw a line across the center of the box and tap escape key to activate the line. Likewise, if I want to draw a horizontal line, then let's find the intersect point here and then draw a line and tap escape key. Fine. As well as, let's say if I want to snap this rectangle with this shape edge to edge, So let's activate the selection tool and bring the rectangle shape from its edge, and then if I try to snap it with this edge, it's automatically snapped because we turn on the snap to point option in view menu. If you turn off these options, then you will not be able to do proper alignments. So guys, these are the benefits of turn on these options. So always make sure to turn on these options. Okay, so that's all about in this lecture, and let's move to my next lecture. Thank you.